now I'm gonna create some tentacles. So just have a new layer for the tentacles and hit D on my keyboard, Photoshop, to get black as a foreground color, and then kind of just sketch out how I want these tentacles to appear. So this can be like a sketchy layer. So this could be a rough, very rough. Yeah, or the tentacle to actually twist around somewhere. Leave it so it comes off, goes down. So that's one layer. And then I lower the opacity, use it as a guide. And I almost think I want this tentacle on this side. What? Come down as well. So kind of both starting at the same point, like that. So I have a guide set, and then I'll create another layer. And now I'll just kind of think about, okay, this way. So I'm going to make the brush a little bit bigger by hitting the right bracket key on the keyboard. So this is warm. Chemical. Or weird. Other. So I like that, but I still want to clean it up more. So I'll use this latest layer as a template again. So fade it back, maybe hide the original template and create another layer. And now this will be the final one because I'm pretty happy with the way that tentacles will come out. Yeah. So just tracing over. So I think that's good. Now I'll create another layer for suction cups. So let's say there's a suction cups. As they get to the tip, they're going to get smaller. These, so it doesn't matter where I start. I can kind of make them go bigger, would go towards the body, and smaller. So I'll get rid of both the template layers now. I don't really need my template layers anymore. So I got suction cups, the tentacles themselves. And I'll duplicate the main tentacle layer. I'll even name it so I know what it is. I'll double click on the layer, name, and I'll call it name. Cool. Then the command J or control J. Then call this one colored tentacle because I'm going to fill the color in on this one. So here I will make sure that I kind of fill all the gaps on this version. So I'm just looking for gaps. So I'll fill these in. Hide my body. And then make sure I have filled in there. And then I'll just come up with a color. Maybe it's like a blue, green. And I hit G for my pink bucket tool. And now it looks like this one has a gap somewhere. So I see the gap. I'm just going to hit B, find a gap, fill it in. Doesn't have to be in black. Hit G, go back to the pink bucket tool. I've got that tentacle. And now I may want to add some shading on these to give them some definition. So what I like to do is command click on the layer to create a selection, immediately create a mask. So it's masked out. And then this way I can pick a brush, scale it up by hitting the right bracket key, soften it by hitting shift left bracket, pick the color of the tentacle. And I'm going to just hit option and click. Make sure you have the layer selected too, selecting the mask. So select the chemical, go into that color and just pick like a lighter version of the color. I'm just moving in the color picker to a lighter tint, and then drawing kind of like on the outside, creating that definition. Adjusting my brush. I'll just do it on the top side. And then I'll do the same with the darker color for the bottom side. Sometimes I'll lower the opacity, so I'll hit the number keys on the keyboard. Like I'll hit 6, and then it's like at 60%. And then I will paint the suction cups. Instead of filling it, I will just pick like a lighter color here, maybe change it a little bit. Make my brush smaller. Go back to 100% opacity, so I hit 0 on the keyboard, and that will give me 100%. Just go at the 18. My brush a little bit smaller. And that's the color layer. Then I'll do another layer on top, maybe for more detail. I'll just maybe use this black, and then using like a hard edge brush, hitting shift, right bracket, or smooth. And really like just like to add illustrative detail. And then I also like to add some white. So if I already have white background color, I'm going over it and with a hard edge brush, add these highlights. Highlights can make the tentacles like appear more slimy. So if they're like wet tentacles, it's where the light reflects off of them. And then I'll take all my layers for this part of the thing that I'm designing, and then shift select them all, and then hit Command E or Control E, and now they're all one layer. And then I have some tentacles. So that's my process to draw out some cartoony looking tentacles.